Hello and good morning. Welcome to Good Returns. My name is Shruti Sarkar, and today we are very privileged to host Mr. Jigar Patel from Anand Rathi. Mr. Patel, thank you for joining us. Before we start talking about expectations on the interim budget, let me first start by asking you that how high do you expect the Sensex to touch this year?
If you see the past data, right, so approximately there is 8 to 10% of return every year. So a maximum 10% return I'm expecting this particular year, 2024.
Sure. And is 1 lakh point for Sensex anywhere close to your predictions?
See, if we go by mathematics, right? So if you see that it will be possible only after 3 to 4 years maximum, because every year if we see 8 to 10,000 kind of points, then it will take 3 to 4 years definitely.
We understand that there are many, geopolitical risks. There's a war that's going on actually to the Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, Palestine. Then there are central bank which has risen, which kept rising rates because of high inflation, and there may be upside downside risks to the stock market because stock market itself is a volatile sector. So what in your view are the upside and the downside risks to the stock market, to the Indian stock market to be precise, this year?
See, as of now, I don't think so. Is there any, kind of downside? If you see the world market, after the this Israel war or Russia Ukraine, we did correct it to some extent, but later on, after 2 to 3 months, we definitely bounced back. Even in COVID, we did same thing. So I don't think any downside risk as of now. But yes, if we see in terms of the interest rate, if interest rate are not going to decrease, if in this particular year, then that might be the one kind of downside risk in this particular year. But overall, I'm bullish on our market.
Right. We also have the Loksabha elections coming later this year. Um, do you see that as an upside risk to the stock market?
See, what has happened really since last 1.5 months, the market has already discounted everything. Like even the election results, most of the people know that BJP will win. So approximately we are hovering near 22,000, and maximum upside in 2022 in Nifty maybe around 23,500 or even 24,000 to some extent. But yes, there is a correction pending, but this kind of correction is expected just after the election result. Everything is cooling down. Then only we can expect some correction in Indian market.
Let's talk about the budget now, Mr. Patel. We understand that this is an interim budget, some vote on account, and the full year budget will come only after July. But what is your overall expectations?
See, as Finance Minister has already stated that this particular budget is interim, so no major announcement will be done. But overall, yes, to some extent, I see that some smaller kind of announcement can be done in terms of tax and GST maybe. So overall, the volatility will be there in market, but not major volatility.
Right. Our prime minister has said that we are going towards becoming the third largest economy, or a $5 trillion economy. How can the interim budget propel India's ambition to become that the third largest economy in the world?
See, the one and the most important thing will be in focus is fiscal discipline. So that will be the main thing which will propel our economy as a third largest in this particular interim budget. But overall, yes, this will take time, approximately, just like as we discuss about Sensex, that 1 lakh mark will be done in 3 to 4 years. So this will also take 3 to 4 years or even 5 years.
Right. Are you expecting any welfare schemes to be announced in this budget?
See, welfare scheme, yes, there are 3 to 4 welfare scheme which I'm expecting this year. Is Ujjwala Yojana is there, Jal Jeevan Mission is there, PM Kisan and Swachh Bharat, and Manrega. And last but not the least, Awaaj Yojana is also there, which I'm expecting.
What do you think will be the stance of the interim budget?
See, the stance will be basically on vote on account of budget. So the central government is likely to target the fiscal deficit basically at 5.3% of GDP. that will be the particular stance. And again, they are going to focus, which we are expecting is agricultural sector and overall FMCG sector.
One last question, Mr. Patel. That is, we have many elections happening not only in India but also in the US and several other countries. Apart from that, like you already said, there's a war going on. Inflation is relatively lower in India. Probably it has cooled off a bit, but again, it may surge if the monsoon. It's dependent on the monsoon and several other factors. What are the external factors that may impact the stock market this year? That is apart from elections.
See, apart from election, the one thing is about the US inflation. If Fed is, not able to decrease the interest rate, or on contrary, it may even also increase if inflation is getting higher. So that will be one factor. And second, the second will be the war kind of situation. If unexpected thing happens, then definitely that will affect the stock market overall globally.
We just opened our RBI poll, and many analysts are expecting that the RBI will probably follow the Fed's path and cut rates later this year. What are your expectations?
See, expectation. If we are talking about India, then definitely I am very confident that this particular year we might try to decrease interest rate. But in terms of US, yes, they might be saying that they will continue to take any hawkish stance this year. But yes, you cannot rely on US as far as we are concerned. So yes, I'm bullish on our market, but as far as US is concerned, it is very difficult to predict US.
Right, true. I agree. We also, the central bankers also kept saying that inflation will be transitory for a very long time. And then it was not transitory, it was sustainable for like 3-4 years. And then they started raising rates. Same thing happened in Europe. The ECB kept saying it's transitory. And then now they said that, they'll keep rates higher for longer. So overall, if you see, we central bankers have kept changing their statements over the years. But I think India is in a much better place. Would you agree, disagree on inflation, controlling inflation, on GDP growth rate, etc.?
Yes, definitely. India is well positioned if we see across the globe, because we have many other things which the other people don't have. Just like, the working youth, we have the age group. If you see the average average year kind of age is very less in India compared to the other global peers. So India is well placed, and I'm saying that I am bullish on India if you compare other stock market.
Thank you, Mr. Patel, for joining us today. That was Mr. Jigar Patel from Anand Rathi, and he is very, very optimistic about the Indian stock market this year. Thank you.